Hello! Welcome back, everybody. This will be our second installment, and probably the final installment, of Campaign 3 for Teng Legendary. Off to a good start. Let's see where we were at. So turn 35, so we got 15 turns left.
Respect
Pretty
begets
good
loyalty.
territory consolidation here.
Fear harbors revolt.
If I remember
Inattentive
correctly, we
leadership
had
leads
the
to
God of War
disdain,
Lubu
to
himself
anger, then to revolution.
running amok.
You must regain control of your populace.
What
First through
else?
subjugation, then through wise leadership. Life is fleeting, as is victory. In these
Yes, we
chaotic
know. Move on.
times,
Okay, what else we got going on here? A little bit of public order issue here in Chengdu. Hanzhong has seen better days as well. Looks like we have some assignment options. Let's take a look. He's got fire arrows. He'd be best on the field, I think. And who is the other? Shu. Oh yeah. She's basically here just for the assignment, I think. So if that's what? 75%? Excuse me. $175 silk, 175 silk. Which one is the most commerce though? This one does 240, right? Yeah, that seems to be the way. How come this only has 50 commerce? Oh. I did not realize that if all of a sudden our influx of tea gets sabotaged, that this is going to become borderline worthless. Huh. That's not great for us. And I don't think there's going to be a trade resuming anytime soon with the Han. So we better just head over here and cancel this trade agreement.
Acceptance should be undertaken with sincerity.
And then let's see if there is a tea option available anywhere. Nope. Unfortunate. I think the closest T node is like somewhere down in here, if I remember correctly. Well, we're certainly not trading with Hu Mao, because we're about to kill him. Zhengzhi is kind of in the same boat. Yeah, looks like T is just not gonna be in our future. Unfortunate. So I think that still means that this just is the one. So we'll stimulate the markets here. What else we got? I mean, ultimately, with how much industry we have in some of these other regions, 500 there, 500 there, 500 there, it's almost better to have Sentinels be out on assignment. Additionally, since we've got this reform as well that just helps us keep them happy. 15% all sources does not seem bad. Do we even have any sentinels? We do not. We do have some options for them. But we're a little bit poor to be worrying too much about that right now. What happened to our money? I guess the trade agreement got blocked, which hurt our tea economy, which also hurt just our flat income from trade. We do have high satisfaction, which is helping out with the minus 10% corruption, which is pretty important. I did go online the other night and see about if people had figured out exactly what the formula was for corruption. And the information that I saw said that, like, okay, for a hard campaign or a campaign on hard difficulty, that once you got to 10 regions, essentially, you start getting a flat 5%, and then every 5 regions after that is another 5% flat, up to like 90%, I think, base corruption is where it would cap. So let's see if that holds up here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we should have 15% flat, maybe slightly more, maybe like 17%. Let us see. So that's at 12%, but we do have some corruption reducing talents, right? So this has a 10% reduction here. I wonder if there's a way to just inspect all of the things for just this. I'm gonna blow this up. No, sadly there's not. What I'd like to do is get this window to stay static so that I can inspect each one of those values to see how it's being calculated, but apparently it doesn't show us that. Where's Hanzhong? I think it's close to Voodoo, right? But that doesn't have the adjacent corruption buff yet. Oops. Yeah, so there's just a 10% right now from there, and then another, what, 3%? 5%. So 15%. So does that math work out? If we're at, let's say, 15% corruption, and we multiply that by 0.85, does that give us 12%? Hang on, let me bust out my calculator really quick. And about that math. Yeah, that's about right. So apparently that that formula seems to hold up here in Legendary mode as well. I'm wondering if maybe there's a higher corruption cap, like maybe you can go all the way up to 100% corruption instead of just 90. Or maybe it starts out earlier, not sure, but it's interesting. But if that's the case, then I think our next breakpoint is probably, what, like 20 regions? So if we take these two, we'll be at 19. And so that's like right before, so that would be optimal. to get to 19 and then just kind of do what we need to do and then move to the next level of corruption once we feel comfortable doing so. Okay. Let's see, did he move all the way? Yeah, he did. I think this was about the end of the turn, right? Another thing that I wanted to check out was I read some information that was talking about the backgrounds, or like I guess maybe even the traits or something of characters, on how when they went to legendary status by increasing one of their stats up to or over 100, that they would then get a second bonus or an additional bonus to whatever their background was. So I think in this case, you know, his is an advisor. He gets 10% character experience, faction-wide if he's a prime minister or faction leader. And then I think what they were saying was that if you brought him up to legendary, that he would get an additional one, or maybe that manifests in the form of a trait or something. So that's something that I would like to keep an eye on to see if that is the case. I suspect that might not be the case because A, I've never noticed it before, and B, when we look at some of these other characters, yeah, if they're a notable historic figure of the time, then of course they do have more buffs, or in some cases debuffs, like Jinjiang here. But for just your run-of-the-mill starts out legendary, you only have excuse me, the one background trait, and then the 3 traits basically that you start with, and that seems to be the same for everyone. She also isn't one-eyed. Oh no. Yeah, so maybe that isn't a thing. We'll keep an eye on it, but I suspect that that's not actually a thing. If it is a thing, that would encourage me to max out their stats in situations where I otherwise wouldn't max them out. In the case of, say, an administrator or somebody that I'm just putting on assignment, not actually deploying out into the field, where I don't really care about them being resilient.
Does this seem fair?
It doesn't seem fair. What seems fair is I just
Another time
take
then.
your land from you, actually. Okay, so it looks like this is the play. Let's double check on the court situation here. Wow. Satisfaction faction-wide and income from all sources faction-wide should make a pretty decent prime minister as well. But the corruption just seems too good. He also has honest. -5 satisfaction everywhere does not seem good. That's gonna be a pass. Not super impressed with that. Or that. Shao seems not too bad as far as commanders go.
There are the beginnings of a community here.
Commanders are arguably the best for Prime Minister, Faction Leader, and Faction Heir roles. Just because they get so many skills or talents that benefit or add above faction wide. Vanguards are, I think, the second best for me, or in my opinion, because you get dignity, which is faction-wide faction support. You get flexibility, which is, I think, probably my favorite of the faction-wide buffs. Just that redeployment cost is insane. I mean, you get 3 commanders with that, and that's 75% redeployment cost out the gate. You can pretty much field whatever army you want for free. Summon them, you know, go, if you have a strong enough replenishment value, you can muster them in like a turn or 2, go kill whatever you need to kill, and then disband them, and so you don't have to worry about the upkeep costs long term. And then available armies is pretty decent as well. Not bad. So let's see, I think we're just going to move into the city over here. If we do that, is he going to roll out somewhere? That could be a problem, couldn't it? I guess we'll check it out.
To arms!
Seeing that there's nothing here, I'm almost tempted to go to the farmland first, but I mean, we're right here, so what are you gonna do?
Cut them down!
Oh, let's go. Okay, there is somebody
Put
there.
them down!
That makes me feel a little bit better. Crushing defeat. Really? Come on now. Wait. Does this have walls? Uh-oh. It does, doesn't it?
As one!
That is not good news for our
Lay them low!
entire army of cavalry. The other option would
Leave
be
none alive!
to just go after him first. That's probably the best bet.
To battle!
But now that I've already kind of moved into this town,
Strike swiftly!
can we break the siege and get to him in the same turn?
In
Let's find out.
excitement, we overreached.
We did overreach a bit.
Follow the heart.
Looks like
Kill
barely.
them all! It does not interest me.
And now it looks like we're stuck here. But that's okay. We forced him away.
Attack!
We will just beset this, I guess. We'll grab that, we'll continue the siege.
Lay waste to
Inevitably, I think they have to come out and fight me. He'll reinforce and they'll probably pick a fight.
I shall match these mountains' heights.
What else we got here? I think that's about it. We have that trade agreement option, but nobody that we actually want to trade with at the moment. Non-aggression pact. That's right, I can't get the non-aggression pact here because we do plan on invading his vessel. And everybody hates Yuan Shu.
Yes, yes.
Although he
Talk.
might offer us something decent for this. Let's find out. Greed may one day might get the better of us again. Not a lot. It's only like 1500 over 10 turns. Or 1600 this turn. Yeah, I don't think we really care that much. Yuan Shao is about the only one, and maybe Sun Ce as well. Possibly Cao Cao. That would actually pose a threat to us.
As you wish.
Yeah, Cao Cao's not as big as he usually is at this point. I feel like we're definitely the most dominant faction right now. Let's see. Okay, this is already small city, which is I think is where that's gonna stay. Do need to get up to 3,600. Let's see if there's any other.
Let us
Money
talk
opportunities
strategies.
here. I kind of want to get rid of that. Maybe the fish. We'll see. Yeah, he's still rich. We might as well get as much money from him as we can before we piss him off. He'll do 2K for that. Okay, let's do it.
We are obliged to you for this kindness.
And then, let's see. Yeah, that is a couple bordering provinces, so that's good. Let's do it. 6 turns, man. Awful long time, though. Let's see how the faction council's doing. That's not gonna happen, that's not gonna happen. Why do they want me to build grain storage all the time? Super annoying. Any character to the following county. I think we can do that. Fukan, always making his way around our lands, making sure everything is good. Revenue upkeep is huge.
Your arrival is welcome, my lord.
Good work. And then schools and grain. That's what everybody wants, apparently. I'm not a fan of schools. We don't need no education around here. And grain. Dead soldiers don't need to eat, right?
For your consideration.
Form a coalition. It's a tempting value, but I don't think that's gonna happen. We're not trying to be that friendly with Yuan Shu. Then again, he's about to die, right? Right? Am I crazy? I feel like he's about to die. But if I form a coalition, does everybody then attack me right afterward. The other question is, do we really need that 4K this next turn? I don't think we do, right? Our production was pretty well locked down. Let's check his ancillaries really quick. Yeah, no. I don't think we do that.
Very well. Goodbye.
Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, we'll take care of the walls, I guess. Oh, I guess we do need a little bit of money here. Maybe we'll go talk to Uncle Biao again. Is our spy actually doing anything? No, she's not. Worst spy ever. Who's this guy? I'm confused. Is this like a civil war or something going on here that I'm...
Lay them low.
Huh.
As one.
Interesting. I like how it says Pyrrhic victory. Like, it doesn't understand how strong my boy Lu is. Just because of that, I think I'm just gonna have Lulu kill everyone.
Our foes must be crushed.
The world turns, and we battle on and
Teach this
on.
AI a lesson here.
Talk is for later. The battle is upon us.
Alright guys, here's what we do.
To attention.
Go ahead and get off your horse. Hop in here real quick.
Steel yourselves.
Yeah,
Steel
we're just gonna
yourselves.
move right in. Actually, I guess we could have just ran right up there, but we'll do it this way.
For China. Yes. Attend. Make ready. To attention. Horsemen.
We'll fast forward this up. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Those spear guards, you're gonna have a bad day. Alright, buddy. Go hop down there now.
Ready. Our
Come
general
on in,
needs
guys.
our
The
aid.
water's fine. It's just one man. You guys could take him. Come on. Oh, you're so close. You're going. You're like right there.
The enemy
Okay, well,
warriors
you tried.
are running.
How about you guys?
Their tower is ours.
Alright, we're taking that tower.
Time has come. Prepare.
Do we let Lu do all the work? Actually, these archers are exposed.
Show fury. The battle. No, my
And we'll
fury.
pop that again. Should see some devastation here. Show me devastation. Nice.
Take heed, warriors. Our noble brother is being attacked.
Oh, really?
At the ready. To battle.
we care that much.
Take heed, warriors!
He'll pop that.
Ready! The time has come! Attack! Make ready!
I'll pop that as well.
Prepare! You
Sure,
are
we'll
weak!
stack that on as well.
The
Why not?
time has come!
Okay.
Move, move!
Lou's taking a break. Get over here.
Attend! Do not relent!
You guys
Strike!
go handle that.
Ready! Take heed, warriors! Go,
Wait a
go,
minute.
go!
Where did this unit come from?
Just like that!
Go, Smithile! Do not relent! Make ready! Kill them!
Stupid archers snuck up out of there out of nowhere.
To attention! Kill them! To attention! Stand ready! At the ready! Take heed, warriors!
We don't shoot Lou.
The enemy warriors are running! Ha! Prepare!
He'll handle it by himself, guys. No worries.
Make ready!
Take a break.
Attack! Yes! Show no mercy! Stand ready! Strike! Know my fury!
Handle it. Let's fast forward this up.
The enemy unit flees! Ha! What cowards!
I was pretty tired.
Steel yourselves!
Yeah, you're fine.
Faster! At the ready!
Alright. He will dismount, and then he'll fight him straight up.
You are weak! Unleash fury!
Somehow we're still in tower range, which is kind of annoying. And now you will see that Ma Chao is no Lu Bu.
Prepare! Move out quickly! Do not relent!
The fact that they haven't lost like half their army in like the 2 seconds he's been fighting should be pretty indicative of that.
Make ready! Double time! Steel yourselves!
Alright, we're going, we're going. Wanna kill them already? Break 'em. I believe in you.
The enemy warriors are running! Ha!
3 men. 3 men for a decisive victory. We're all about that bromance here. Bromance of the 3 kingdoms.
Victory opens
I
many
lost one
doors.
guy? That's embarrassing. Who did we lose? Oh, this guy. Had a death wish.
This belongs to us now. To war!
What? I have a school! But alas, I need to build a school. Oh no.
I am the warrior worth 1,000.
Hang on. I might have enough money. Yes. Perfect.
Seize opportunities when they arise.
What the heck is this? Why is this here? So we'll get rid of both of those. Actually, we're gonna save this for another turn, I think. We can only build one building at a time, I'm pretty sure, so. I'm tempted just to rebuild the school. That seems good to me. 20% faction-wide from commerce. Yeah, I like that. This one I don't care about as much. Let's check our corruption values. 18. Okay, yeah, these are definitely moving. I guess it is 1% for region at this point. Because I think we had 17 regions, and then we took that, so that's 18. Seems like a thing. Let's see. Trade agreement. Nope, 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 nope. Form a coalition.
You have a proposal.
Okay, I think we're set. Let's see what he does.
It is only right that you bend on this.
Okay, no.
As you wish.
Wait a minute. Does this open up a trade route possible with the Han again? Let's see. I think we will go for this, maybe? I mean, we did have some plans for him. I think he's the only strategist with fire arrows, so it's nice to have him around. But he's not in a position where his relationship with the faction leader matters. I'm pretty sure he's just an administrator. And again, he's not in a position either where it matters. But he has family, which means he's free. Food gun, picking up some stuff. He's the administrator of Voodoo. Might as well go with the food production, I think. I mean, I would like to get him to fire arrows as well, but that seems to be okay for now.
For order.
And then we'll rebuild the school. We can get credit for it. And then I think we killed this. Yeah, that seems like the plan. Let's see. Chengdu and Voodoo need some love. So I need 3K to pick this up. That's probably the next most important thing. Or 3,300 for this, which is arguably even more important since it's adjacent commanderies. Uncle Lou,
You have
let's
a
talk.
proposal.
Look, I got this cool little water clock just for you. What? Oh my gosh, only 4. Only 4 value? Wait, we can trade territory with them now? Hold on. We could get an iron mine. What does he want for the iron mine? 26? Okay. Okay, buddy. Come on, Big money, no whammy. 1950. Taking everything I can from you, buddy. What, 59 is really it? Okay.
Your generosity is appreciated.
Alright, so that put us up with enough to grab this. Just to confirm, yeah, we do have some adjacent commanderies that benefit. And then ideally, if we had another 3K, we can grab that. I think we might be running out of stuff to sell off though. Hold on.
Let wisdom shine
Alright,
through our
that's not worth
talks.
enough. I do actually want to get this though.
We accept.
Building relations with Kongrong is usually pretty good. Scales well to the late game anyway. Because Kongrong is very rarely one of the three kingdoms. And so if you can kind of get him on your side, he'll pretty much be with you all the way through. What else?
Welcome, friend.
Okay, we've got some possibility here. I mean, not a lot, but maybe we get rid of this. Probably not Liu Bei, because he doesn't seem like he's that rich, but maybe we go back and talk to Uncle Biao again. Okay, so about 750 is what we could get from... Actually, there's no downside to that, right? We're just going to do that regardless of if I can fund the next building.
Welcome, friend. As it is.
Come, let us talk.
Let's see if you guys want to pay. Alright, 400, not bad. Who are they allied with? Okay, they're trading with Kong, so that helps us. We don't really care about any of the rest of that.
So it is agreed.
Who's this guy?
A middle ground can be reached.
Also trade some food to somebody as well. I don't know where this person is from though. Kuyong. Where do you reside, sir? Because if it's close, we probably don't want to make that trade or that agreement. Let's hold off actually. Let's see what else we got. Hangzhou, no, we can't do that, we can't do this, we can't do that, because there's about to be some tension there. What about military access?
Welcome, friend.
Okay, okay. We can be friends. Not bad,
Thank
we'll do that. Yeah, that seems to be okay. I think that was, oh no, it's not quite enough, is it? That's tempting. Oh, that's right, we don't have the small city. Well, I guess that was enough to fund it, so let's do it. What else? What else? I need to get these guys out.
Leave none alive.
Go handle this.
Nothing will stop us.
Stop running away.
As one.
Meet your fate. Do we delegate? I mean, it should be a pretty clear-cut victory, right? Let's do it.
Opportunities will arise from this.
I regret that. I don't think we want this guy. He's also super old, so he'll not be around too much longer.
I have little
Let's send him
need
back where he
of
came from. She's a bit more interesting. But we don't really need an administrator, or we don't have an administrator slot right now. We already have a queue of strategists that will be deployed as commanders, so, or as generals. So, you know, I think we just kind of want to take the pig.
Even wounded snakes may strike again.
Yeah, we don't really need the paltry income, so I guess we'll just go for the replenishment.
Duty beckons. Marching!
Okay,
Act quick.
looks good. So this will take us another, what, 2 turns, 3 turns to get over there. Got ourselves a pig, looks good. What else? It's a number of turns before we'll be able to construct anything in those commanderies. We're gonna need a state workshop next turn, which of course is pretty cheap. So I think that's about it for this turn. We don't care about any of that. Yep. Moving on.
You would not need fear us.
That's gonna be a pass.
Curious,
Actually,
but acceptable.
on second thought, if we accept a non-aggression agreement with them, and their vassal master attacks us, then does that make them treacherous or us treacherous? I feel like the way the game works, it's just gonna make us treacherous. It do be like that sometime. Alright, we finally made a school. I'm so proud of us. Fire is pretty good. The spy that never was. Sousa just hates her. Alright, so we'll go State Workshop here. I think we're gonna get rid of the school. Right. This could be an opportune time to pick this up. It's like the one time we actually will have a school lying around. Public order, so we can get into the flat corruption, is probably what we want to do. This is always tempting. What else? Yeah, that's really about it. So it comes down to character experience, public order, maybe campaign move range. I think we're just going to go with our original plan of making sure that we get our corruption in line as early as possible since we're so expansionist. They punish you so hard in this game for playing fast. Let's see. A couple more turns. We're at the border of our lands, right? Yeah. I think we just roll in. Do we have to force march this? No, it doesn't look like it. We can get there in 2 turns regardless. Okay, what else? We have so much food right now. Not a lot to do with it. We could sell some of it off. The only real buyer though would be Liu Biao, and if we're about to attack his vassal, it's going to get awkward real quick. I had no idea that Liu Bei ended up taking that trade port. He is all over the place. Somehow Yuan Shu's still alive, which is weird to me. Alright, let's continue on. We'll do a quick turn check here, see where we're at. Uh, 39, so 11 more for our early game.
What do you think?
I don't think we care.
Curious, but acceptable.
Oh, did she finally get put to work? I am so proud of her. New suit of armor, not bad. Looks like Liu Chong's back in the recruitment pool. Okay, not bad. So we were potentially grooming him for Prime Minister, right? That means this becomes a little bit more valuable. Yeah, I think that's what we do. And I guess worst case scenario, we can just continue along this line and he ends up being an administrator instead. Did he have any disadvantages to being an admin? I don't think so, right? Nah, he's fine. So that's the play there. And then do we care yet about giving that armor away? I don't think we do, right? We actually have a couple armors on standby. We don't have the Heavenly Sword, so yeah, that doesn't matter. And we don't have an Imperial Bow. So yeah, we'll just kind of keep those in reserve for now. Worst case scenario, we'll sell them off in a pinch if we're desperate. Let's move on to farmland. Close victory. I don't know if I believe that. We'll play this one out. Last time it screwed us with the auto resolve, so
Let us fight to the end.
It is time to grind these peasants into dust.
no more trust in the AI. It just doesn't recognize how strong our boy Lubu is.
And who are these? Bah, it does not matter.
Now go! Give no quarter!
Alright. Let's put these on standby since you're a little bit wounded. Are there trees where they can hide? Come on. There we go.
Horsemen! The time has come! Make ready! Cavalry! Mount up! To attention! At the ready! Stand ready! Ready! Cavalry to attention! Stand ready! Steel yourselves! Mounted soldiers!
We'll put the heavies kind of, maybe on the inside there. Okay, we don't care about those deploys.
Steel yourselves!
Let's go.
Prepare! March quickly!
I'm gonna start picking off a few of these G militia. See if anybody will duel. Watch out. I doubt anyone's gonna duel. Wait, you might.
Take heed,
Hold on.
warriors!
There's no way, right?
Move out quickly!
Wow.
I
Okay.
must prevail! Ready! Prepare!
He really wants to duel Lubu?
The time
What?
has come!
Okay.
Advance! Move out quickly!
That really surprises me.
Faster! Double time! Cavalrymen! Run! Run!
Right. Kite these a little
Let's
bit.
fly! March at the double! Move!
Yeah, this is not even close. I don't understand
Go, go!
why you thought that was a good idea. Chang Zhongliang.
Our men are spotted! To attention! Yes!
He has time to kill your general even before your army gets to him. Okay.
Take heed, warriors! No mercy!
And please group up for this.
No my fury! Fight! Faster! Horses! Stand ready! Steel yourselves! Move out quickly! Do not relent! The time has come! Steel yourselves! Unleash fury! Cavalry, mount up! Do not relent! Attack! Charge! The enemy unit flees! What cowards! Keeping! Charge! Faster! Stand ready! Show no mercy! To battle! Strike! Another enemy of China falls! The enemy general is fallen! They were no match!
Somehow we did it. Rough stuff. I
Enemy general is fallen!
still has
They were
morale.
no match! I honestly expected more!
Am I tripping? I don't see any unit. Okay. Wow, these actually did a lot of work. Once you get into those archer rear lines, like kid in a candy shop or bull in a china shop.
This will fare me well!
So that's a little bit better than losing 70 for no apparent reason. Yeah, that clay pig's definitely worth more than this 200.
Silence them!
Okay. Should be a faction obliterated, right? Yeah. Okay. So next turn we're gonna be moving on into here. What else we got? How's our corruption doing? Eek. It's getting a little bit out of control. Yeah, it definitely does seem like it's 1% per territory. I think we want to spend a little bit of our money, right? So I think the best bet is to just auto-complete that. What do we have replace the school? So if we drop the school, we grab land development, I guess, since farmland, and the buff from the supply storage. Thing is, though, we have so much food, we don't really need any more food at the moment, right? What we need is counter corruption. And so I think this is just getting us more value, even if it's not a super high percentage. Administration office would be the other option, but this is not a particularly profitable commander yet either. So I think this is just the play, pretty much regardless. What about here? If we auto-complete that for 420, I don't think we can have enough money to do anything else, right? We would need 2790. So we need about 1100, 1200 additionally to what we have. Let's go talk to
Let us discuss matters.
Yuan Shao real quick. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
This seems
seems
good
worse.
enough.
What else? I think he's offering
What
us
for
enough,
today?
right? Nope. Military access from Colin.
Greetings.
Probably.
Well met.
Let's see if he has anything worthwhile. It is not. That seems good enough.
We approve this.
And then we're pretty much about to go to war with Liu Biao and all his vassals. So let's see if we can pull some money out of his economy really quick. Maybe the tunic. Certainly the clay pig. Probably the stone pig. Those are fairly replaceable. Probably really only need one armor right now. We can pull this other one off of his dead body. Only 10.6 in value from all that. I expected that to be higher. He's getting cheap on us in his old age. He's got so much money though. It's actually insane. So what's that gonna be, like 4,400 maybe? 4,500? $4,600. Yep. Alright, we'll do that.
A kind and considered offer.
So then that gives us the option to upgrade this. And then we'll go into currency inspector. What else? It would be 1,500 to auto-complete that. And then another 3K for that. Yeah, that seems good. Oh, I need to make a pit stop here really quick though. So we have income and industry and farmland. My reflex says we go this, but again, we have so much food right now. Corruption just is the biggest problem. So maybe this is the other option for now. And then when eventually we bring this to city, then the fourth building just becomes government support. Let's see. The income here is not too bad. It's 819 for net. So another 10% on that gets us about 80. And this costs us 1 turn, right? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll sack 1 turn just to get a 10% bonus there. And then we'll move into the currency inspector. Let's see. Has Lubu moved yet? Yeah, he does. Okay. And I think that is it. Okay. I don't think we're at a point where we need to summon a second army yet. I don't expect there to be... Well, shoot. That's actually going to be annoying to take. A level 7. In fact, Liu Biao just kind of in general is going to be annoying to fight. With our all-cavalry army, we're not built for scaling walls. But it must be done. He's kind of in the way. I'm pretty sure we have a non-aggression with them, right? Yeah. So... it is what it is.
You need
I guess we could recruit a strategist and give them a few artillery and just kind of have them tag along behind the main force. They'd be a little bit of a liability in some situations, but they might provide enough value to make it worth it. We're certainly not becoming your vessel.
So be it.
Thanks for your offer. Okay, another thing of note. Master of Writing. Let's see, which one is that? Anybody have an open? He does. What's Master of Writing? Okay, that's pretty good for an admin actually. That's just a better version of this. Those the only 2 admins we have. Yeah, it is. So yeah, I think that just is the play. Congratulations on your authorship. Wait, did that go down? Oh, I guess it's a 5 satisfaction change. But, yeah. Not the end of the world. Okay. No, I don't think we want that. We're going here. And then, let's see, that's going to take us 2 turns. That'll also take us 2 turns. The weapon craftsman is way more valuable. The layout of Biao and his vassals is kind of annoying though. Because I push right in here to the center, then we have to go here, also there, before we start pushing east. So maybe it is better just to sweep this direction, or up through here. I think my greed for weapons is going to get the better of me though. Can we get there in 1 turn? We can't, right? Like, barely not? Or maybe we can. We're doing it.
Swiftly. This will not happen.
Get in there.
Kill them all!
Hey, we don't trust the computer anymore.
Let us strike now, whilst the iron still seethes. Are words the best you can do? Surely not. Our only option is victory. See it done.
Your attention! Yes! Take heed, warriors!
A pretty similar setup to what we did before.
Take heed, warriors! Ready! Steel yourselves! Cavalry attack! The time has come! Cavalry! Cavalry! Mount up! Prepare! Cavalry, stand ready!
I like that these are deploying in the correct formation, with the Saber Militia on the inside.
The time has come!
I approve.
Make ready! Cavalry, stand ready! Cavalry, mount up! Attend! At the ready! Horses, stand ready! Cavalrymen!
Let's see what their deployment is like.
Steel yourselves! Hidden units! An ambush! Achieving! Quick march! With speed!
So we want to get the heavies to deal with their cavalry, I think.
Horsemen! Faster!
Swordsmen,
To
actually.
attention! Cavalry
Yeah,
attend!
Let's send the heavies in
Steel
there.
yourselves!
Deal with that garbage.
Strike your targets!
We'll get Lulu and friends just to charge.
Double time! At them! Kill them! Stand ready! To attention! To battle!
Thought they had archers.
Cavalry!
Crazy.
Mount up! Our comrade is under attack! No, my fury! Show no mercy! Make ready! Ready! March at the double! Ready!
Really thought they had archers.
Prepare! Unleash fury! Fight! Attend! Strike! Do not relent! Cavalry! Attend! Stand ready! Take heed, warriors! Prepare! You are weak! the enemy unit,
There we go.
please! What cowards!
Oh, there's one more unit here, isn't there? I guess we'll just let the archers handle it.
Make ready! Strike! Strike! Move!
Okay, not bad. That's acceptable casualties. Seven or 8 or something, maybe.
Another notch to my bow. This shows much potential.
Okay, there's Marquis. Let's see what she's up to. Who can she discredit? Nobody important. Doesn't look like it. Okay, one person. Nice. Okay, here's the second person. And then just a couple of nobodies. Alright. I think it's just gonna be wow, she has 20 cover per turn gain. That's actually crazy. And her cover network gain is not so great, but what are you gonna do? Guess we'll just do that to start with. And then maybe we pursue an administrative appointment later on. It'd be nice to get her into the family, but I think she's too old, right? Yeah, she's 41. Chances of her getting married into the family are going to be real low.
Seize opportunities when they
Let's
arise.
see, level 2 weapon craftsman, not bad. Gonna need to push this way. Let's see. Maybe we pick something up in the toolmaker as well to deter that. Let's see. This will cost us 600 to get this turn. That would only allow us to build the next level of that, which doesn't seem super important. But the 10% corruption adjacent provinces does seem pretty decent. Is that worth 600? Probably not. Let's see. Looks like these are already maxed out, right? Oh yeah, we do need to get off this tea parlor. We need to convert that for sure. Ooh, that's expensive though, 1200. But we do have a lot of adjacent commanderies. Let's do that. Okay. We do have another administrator slot open, actually. Is Gia the guy? Yeah, I think Gia's the guy. Okay. Plus public order. Is there anybody else that gets... I don't think anybody gets better than that, right? Alright. And then where are we gonna put him? Hanjong for sure. Alright. That looks good. And let's see. That salary is quite expensive. Plus 200 for 15% character experience or additional food. He also gets 12 satisfaction versus 18 satisfaction. But he's not super happy with the regime. Guess we get a little bit of trade influence too, right? Yeah, I mean, faction-wide character experience is probably worth it at this point. Why not? I think that was it. Yeah, we don't care about the food right now. We still have so much, it's crazy. And we can get even more. So if we want to recruit another army, it would be here. And what would it look like? Ideally it would be Jen. And probably Gia. Yeah, Fugan doesn't have fire arrows yet. We could even add Pongde in there for funsies. Yeah, we'll think about adding a second force here. Depends on what this unit wants to do. I mean, there's a pretty strong garrison here. Same with this. This can 100% repel that. This might have a little bit of trouble because of, the toolmaker rather, will have a little bit of trouble. Because there's nothing really that stops the cavalry from running over us. Beyond our own saber cav, but... I would think they would have to pull back to defend against the onslaught, but we'll see. It also depends on what Liu Biao does. If he starts mustering down here, that could be quite annoying. But let's find out.
Together, we can usher in a new hope.
Is that Kong wrong? Okay, okay. Hold on. I do love these two. Yeah, I think that's the thing.
A productive meeting.
We need to make
Thank you.
sure that Kong loves us more than Liu Bei. Because when the Three Kingdoms triggers, We don't want him to side with Liu Bei. Alright, there goes Yuan Shu. What else? Picked up a craftsman, nice. Maybe Gia needs that. Probably. The other administrators have something already? Yeah, they do. She has this though, which is not great. Oh, but there's no industry here, so it doesn't matter. I guess there's a little bit, but... It's really about the same, isn't there? Slightly more here. So I think ideally we want him to have the cunning, in fact. Since he's most likely to be deployed to fight, we'll give him this as well. And a warblade maybe? Maybe he just starts going ham on people? If we lose 6 authority, does that drop our satisfaction? Let's find out. No, it doesn't. That's good. He's an interesting guy here. So yeah, I think we will do a swap here. She'll pick up the craftsman. And then next turn, we need to remember to pass over the merchant. Okay, what else? What assignment are we gonna do? We're probably gonna do turn mustering actually, because again, we don't really need the food. I mean, I guess we could try to just sell some food to people, but at this point, we're probably not gonna get a very good rate. And if we do want to grab another force, then having the mustering is gonna be pretty important. How many turns is this gonna take? 3 turns. What else? Or 2 turns to Brong. So if we go there... Pretty annoying. 4 turns to get there.
Enough of this.
Large town has no walls, so that's good for us. Maybe we push in there before we have to deal with walls. Yeah, let's do that.
Gather your strength.
How much does this cut down our travel time by? Not a ton. Makes us a bit vulnerable, but I think we can get away with it for
On the march.
at least this first turn. This force hasn't moved, which makes me think that they're not actually going to attempt to take the toolmaker. So the question becomes, by not deploying the force, what are we gaining? We're gaining some additional income per turn, and that will manifest itself in the form of maybe an additional coin maker. Yeah, we do still need a couple coin makers, don't we? also need to swap this back. Let's see, that'll cost us 1200. Yeah, I think we do the same thing here. Swap this, and then convert that. And then next turn we can probably just pick this up. Let's see, we get no additional income from peasantry. Yeah, I think we can certainly hold off on leveling that for a while. That doesn't mean anything. We can't get those. A city would also be an option here, probably the best option. We have extra food. We might as well get a 4th building slot, because we need administration buildings. But that costs a significant amount of money. Okay.
Get
Got some
this
trade
over
options
with.
here. What's this gonna take? 193? Not bad. I'm down.
Yes, we accept.
What else?
Let's discuss matters.
They're not willing to really give us anything for that, are they?
We thought you
They might.
dead.
They don't have any ancillaries. $1,800? Well, maybe we do that. Oh, they're allied with Liubia. Okay. I guess that kind of keeps them off our back, right?
Yes, we accept.
They're still not worth
Speak
that much,
quickly.
are they? Yeah, no. Okay. Is that enough to get anything important? No. How much did we need? 3,600. Or 4K. So can we weasel our way into another 800? Probably, right? Look at this. I see some opportunity here. He's got a lot of money, not a lot of food though.
Greetings. Let us discuss matters.
So he needs at least 6. Maybe we'll give him a little bit of a cushion. Nothing of value there. So what do we say? We need 800 this turn? Okay. And then regular payments would net us another almost 5,000 over 10 turns. That seems good to me. Yep, let's do that.
Goodwill stabilizes relations.
Let's see. Do we want to do Hanjong or Basher? This has Toolmaker versus, yeah, Silk Trader I'm pretty sure is going to win here. And then our 4th building would be Admin Office, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, let's do that. think we'll leave the assignment for now. We might recruit an additional commander. Or not commander, sentinel. Potentially a strategist. But probably a sentinel. Okay. I think we're good. We moved, right? Yeah, we did. Do another turn check real quick. We are at 42. 8 more turns. Okay. So it looks like he wants to move towards our silk nodes. That does not make me super happy, but what are you gonna do? Lead Jua up to his old tricks. Okay. Where was that? Oh, here it was. The real question is, what are we using her for? Oh, that's right, she's just doing assignments. So it almost doesn't matter. Poison arrows is no fire arrows. I guess in a pinch, she could be useful for this debuff. But if we're deploying her for that, we're pretty desperate. Alright, let's check back here. We could go city. We could bump this up. It's still going to be quite a ways to get into the trading post. So really all we're gaining is a bit of trade influence. And we don't have any commerce income here, right? 140? Oh, yeah, from here. So we're getting 25% off of that. Which is not a lot. I think at this point, it's arguably better just to move into city. I see this one's a little bit out of range. We do need to think about getting a deployment up here though.
Dubu serves himself.
How many turns is this gonna be?
Standard stance.
3 turns. This is the worst terrain ever.
Be ready to move. Quickly. Not possible.
Okay. What's his range look like? So it's probably going to be 2 to 3 turns before you can close in on the silk trader. So maybe we hold off a turn before we react. Which would let us get this. That seems like the way to go. We also talked about getting a sentinel. He's the only option right now. Just for his assignment, but I think that is not the highest priority. Commanders actually at this point might even be more worthwhile, because if they come with the minus 50% corruption assignment. That's probably going to take precedence. Yeah, 12%, 19% is pretty rough. Okay. Let's see where Uncle Biao goes. He's doing what we thought he would do. Oh, hang on. Liu Bei's with Liu Bao. But he doesn't seem to care about Li Jue, so I guess we're on our own. Zhong 1. 9 chapters on the mathematical art. What was the bonus from that again? Trade influence. But only for Prime Minister Heir Faction Leader. We do have the merchant. So eventually, if we do get to a point where he takes the Prime Minister slot, that would definitely be the play. In fact, I'm just gonna give... Wait, where is the merchant? Do we have a merchant? Yeah, we do. Speaking of, it's literally right in front of my face. Oh, wait, no. We were going to deploy the merchant on Jisung, right? Because we were thinking that he's gearing up for war. And we might as well get the extra cunning. Yeah, we're a bit away from unlocking Prime Minister, so let's just do that. And then we'll raise him and Zheng, I think, and Pengde. And they will deal with whatever aggression Liu Biao wants to send our way. I don't love their retinues though. But what are you gonna do?
Know my name.
The downside is also deploying Jia makes this slightly weaker because he's no longer here to defend it. But that should be okay because as soon as we take this, I don't think he'll push west. He might. Well, yeah, he certainly wouldn't push east because we have a way stronger force than he does. Who is unhappy? You're unhappy. Why are you unhappy? Uh-huh. Yeah, I think we'll discredit here. For fun. Maybe we'll pursue a military point as well. And then undercover network seems like the best play. Alright. What else we got going? We don't care about the horse pastures. We do certainly want to get up to the coin maker. In fact, I should have thought about that before I deployed her. Let's see if we can still get enough money somehow to make that happen. Military access with UN shock.
Let us bring stability to China.
He's not really willing to pay for it, though, is he?
What do you propose today?
He's real keen on that idea. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think we do that. That helps us in a situation too where we have to go onto his lands to finish off Liu Biao's forces. So let's make that happen.
We reach an understanding.
What else? Zhangyan is at war with quite a lot of
Greetings.
people.
Let us bring stability to
I love
China.
that idea. So that puts us, what, close? Or are we there? We're there. Okay. And then we need to give her a little bit of support. Pengde is free.
The mightiest tree survives on its
Fujian
roots.
is meh. He costs a little bit. I don't think it's super imperative that we deploy him this turn, if at all. It'd be nice to get him some experience, but we'll see. Okay. Certainly this is the play. I don't think there's a better option than that, right? There's some nice to haves for sure. We do eventually want to get there as well. I guess we still have a school, so while we have a school, we should get this at some point. But corruption is our biggest issue right now, by far. We're so powerful that the only danger to us is ourselves. Our greedy populace.
Bandits are less corrupt
Ooh, I should have done this before I deployed Jen. Mistakes were made. Well, we'll do it now, I guess. It's only a 5 turn, so despite the fact that they don't really get along, we'll call it good. Alright, that seems good. Oh, forgot about him. Oh well. Welcome to the land of silk, Li Jue. Might I interest you in a coffin? Ambushes. Where? What? Ambush is discovered. Do you guys see the ambusher? He's pretty good at ambushing. Even when you see him, you don't see him. Okay. Decisions. So Chengdu can get the adjacent corruption bonus. But what's it adjacent to? Like 1 commandery, right? Hang on. Maybe 2 now. That we ended up taking this. Commandery of Ba and the commandery of Bashir. That probably is what we do. I mean, we'll absolutely annihilate them if they attempt to attack
all
us.
will know the name Jian
Although
Jia.
she doesn't have her weapon though. She has a noble sword instead. So she's not the duelist that normally she would be. But she should be good enough to deal with Lunchbox over here. We do also want to deploy him, one for the experience, but two so we can clean out his retinue so that he's not annoying to deploy in the future. That does stop us from getting every one of these buildings though, doesn't it? Yeah, we could just barely afford that. That is actually the best bet. Let's see if we can find a little bit of money somewhere else. Military access with
Oh,
that. No.
it is you.
Welcome, friend.
Oops. Okay, who has money is the real question. Sasa's got a bit of money. The Han has money. They have money and not a lot of food.
Let order guide our talks.
Okay, okay. 1.5 values at least up until 6.0. We like that. We like that a lot. I mean, technically we really only need 500 this turn, right? Let's say 560. And then we'll see about a per turn income here. That puts us at over 3K for 10 turns. Or after 10 turns. Oh. Let's do that.
A proposal worthy of my standing.
Why can't I recruit him? No, I was 20 short. Oh my gosh, learn how to math. Well, back to the drawing board, guys. What else can we do? Who has money? Ah,
Good
you're rich but
tidings!
very poor. Maybe just one food here. Oops.
A dignified and warranted
Did
offer.
not mean to do that. I meant that to type 5,000 and not 500. Oh well, we did it.
Be still to conserve spirit.
Okay, so we've got some answers to the Cav. These should both be decent enough against his other units. Archers to whittle down or trade missile fire with his.
There's no
We should be okay
shame
there.
in notoriety.
And if he's dumb enough to attack into the garrison here, it's just going to be a slaughter. But I think he's more likely to just try to circumvent and go after something else, so we need to make sure that we have enough of a force to kill him if he tries to move around. Alright, now let's actually get Lubu doing something for once.
Cut them down!
It's taken 800 years, but he wandered through the forest and emerged. I think we delegate this. I have been screwed before, but this seems like a sure thing, right?
This will
Okay, yeah,
bear me
6
well.
is fine. The melee damage for Shock Cav is pretty enticing here, but I think the speed is the best option. 25% of 75, 25% of 95. Because that's my only gripe with these Kyung units, is their speed is not super great compared to some other cavalry counterparts. Like, for instance, if you just look at this heavy cavalry, right? Heavy cavalry versus this medium cavalry. This heavy cavalry has greater speed somehow. Okay, if we could grab another 3k this turn, we could even pick up the inspector office, which is pretty important. Where's Ba? Ba's down here, right? So we have 2 adjacent commanderies to this as well. Do we have any ancillaries to sell? Wait, no, we can't sell. We can't sell to you anymore.
Welcome,
give you some
friend.
food, actually. We might even need to set the war coordination target as well. What's he giving for food? Looks like 2.5 just for the one. So that puts us at 1500. No, we don't want to get rid of that. This is possible. It's only worth 2 though. Maybe. Yeah, we can't even get 2500 from you. Can we do 24? Just barely. I think that puts us to what, 31? Anybody remember what exactly the cost of the inspector building was? Because I don't. Yeah, we'll do that.
Strong foundations are built on such small gestures.
I think it was 3k, right? Perfect. Ideally, we would have money to do some stuff here as well. And it's going to be another 2700. I don't think we can get that. No, we're getting to somewhat dangerous food territory since we have some settlement admins coming online, which are going to be at least, what, -4, -6 apiece. So let's just chill on that front and we'll deal with it next turn. I think we're good. Let's see what Lijua does. That's about right.
This is no longer in our best interests.
Why you be like that? We're old friends. Let's see. Anybody of note here? Huh. That's pretty good. The farm manager is decent as well. We might just have to rob him. I love that these factions keep deploying them against us to try to spy on us. Yep, that seems like a thing. Thank you for your patronage. It's an interesting weapon. The ammunition buff is actually crazy. I'm not wild about the expertise stat, but if I had a sentinel, I guess I might be a little bit more enthused. Okay, so we want to go clean up
Attack!
Yangzhong.
Kill them all!
Close to feet. Hello? What the hell just happened? You guys saw that, right? I didn't click on fucking jack shit. Game? Hello? What are they gonna do us like that? Is there a way for us to go back in time there? Hello? I think we just alt F4 this, right? What the hell was that? Alright, let's reload that. That was super strange. Yeah, we're gonna try reloading the save here. Eldith. I'm pretty sure that the autosave on Legendary doesn't kick in until like after you've seen all of the after effects of a battle.
The petals
So we
that
should be
once
fine.
clung to the branch
I mean,
are
I guess
now
technically you can save
powerless
scum all of
before
your
the might
campaigns and
of
never
your
lose a battle, but
tempest. The old ways are in turmoil and must be steadied. Though others bar your path,
we'll only
forge
take
on.
advantage of it when something
Your
actually goes
destiny
wrong.
is all of China's.
Maybe a
Life
leg or
is
something
fleeting,
because it was
as
saving,
is victory.
or maybe the stream.
In these
or, I don't know.
chaotic times, only the strongest can survive the storm that ravages China. The weak are not so fortunate.
Let's try that again.
Outmaneuvered and isolated.
Okay, here we are. This is what we wanted to do. Yeah, I think we're fine. Close to feet. I don't think that's true, right? I mean, they do have a lot of spearmen, but who's this guy? Okay, he has a he's got a unique weapon. I wonder if he'll duel. Does he have tenacity of steel is the question. Ooh, he does. This gets interesting. I mean, I'm pretty sure Liu still beats him in a duel, right? Ma Chao probably loses. Well, it's fine. him down.
Give these dogs nothing but fire and fury!
They are cloaked in anonymity. Be mindful.
So let's see. They'll definitely camp inside their
No more honeyed words.
fortress, right?
To the fight!
Do they have an interior? Yeah, they do. The lumberyard definitely does. So that's really kind of annoying for our cav. So their towers have the same range as our bow cav, which doesn't necessarily yield us an advantage there. Let's see. I don't want to do this. Looking for some. This is a pretty decent area here. Yeah, I like this spot. This definitely gives us some maneuverability. Let's get some of our higher level cabin up in here. Put the shielded cab in front. Then we'll lock that up. We'll do the same thing here. So I think we'll send them this way. We'll run the strongest cav up the middle. We'll soften up their spear line first. And then Liz. We'll have Lou start out here as well.
Make ready!
And then maybe to help these break, we'll just put in a general with each squad.
Make ready! Stand ready!
And that leaves these guys floating.
To attention!
So we'll hold them in reserve and see kind of what shakes out. Or we could use them to force them to deploy units to the, to other sides. Maybe that's the best bet. So if we make them, the problem is they're not visible though, are they? Kind of. Let's make them very, very clear to see. Okay, that seems good. Let's see how the AI deploys here. Okay, we can't actually see anything. Let's actually have them all there. We can see that there's some spearmen there. And a couple there.
Take heed, warriors!
And we don't know where he's at. He's got to be close though, right? He's probably in there.
Go! Go! Stand ready.
Alright, let's send in the archers, start dealing with that.
Faster! Quick march! Our men have been discovered! Ready!
And we'll get a little bit of value there, maybe.
Master ready!
Where the heck
Run!
is his sentinel?
Hurry! Quick march! Unleash fury!
Alright, you guys need to stop shooting at that. Go shoot at
Quickly!
that.
Prepare! To attention! Double time! To attention! The time has come! Fight!
Get away with a charge there now.
Steel yourself! Stand ready!
Where are these units going?
Ha!
What is happening?
You are truly a pathetic creature.
Ready! Ready!
You guys need to not charge that. Thank you. Here we go.
Ready! Our general needs
Cool.
our aid! Move! Fight! Take heed, warriors! Take your position! At the ready! To attention! Destroy them! I will defeat you! Strike! Stand ready! To battle!
You guys need to get
Unleash
on that.
fury! Attend!
There.
Steel
Okay,
yourself!
here he is. He's finally showing up, guys. Where are the other... Okay, there they are.
Stand ready! Faster! Hurry! Prepare! Know my fury!
Yeah, we'll win that duel.
The enemy unit
Not by a
flees!
lot, but we
What
will win it.
cowards! Horsemen!
Thankfully, we get the
enemy
HP
general
back
is
for the
fallen!
win.
They were no match! Steel yourselves! Prepare! Kill them! You are weak! Show no mercy! Fire! At the ready!
I feel like the
Yes,
back
yes.
door's gonna be
Good.
open now, right?
Time has come! Take heed, warriors!
Oh my gosh, these are just standing there,
Steel yourself!
taking a ton of shots.
You are weak! Do not relent! Cavalry! Our victory grows ever closer! Cavalry!
Was there ever a doubt?
Make ready! March at the double! To attention!
So that's horse. Can't actually tell. No, he's just walking around. That's fine.
Do not relent!
It's probably better against these spearmen. He's not on a horse.
Yes! Attack! Make ready! To attention!
Rear charge them.
Attend! No mercy! Ready! Faster! Open fire! Show no mercy!
This
The
horse
time
is moving
has
so
come.
slow.
Show no mercy!
Ponies?
Strike!
Does battle
doing?
wear you out?
Focus your efforts on the enemy! Perhaps. The men have no ammunition! Draw your weapons! Kill them! Prepare! Horses! Stand ready!
Looks good.
Attack! My
Let's put them
command!
in melee mode now. Just have them start belligerently charging
At the
things.
ready. Unleash fury!
Speaking of,
Charge! Prepare! The time has come! Strike! At the ready!
but those strategists broke yet. They know this is over.
Fight! Do not relent! The enemy warriors are running! Ha! Attend! Ready!
There we go. That should be it, right?
Take heed, warriors!
Yeah, I don't see any unit not routing. Game. Hello.
Prepare! To battle!
There we go. Could have been cleaner, but we also could have just straight up lost, like the AI would have preferred, but here we are.
Another knot to my bow.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't think she's worth it. Excuse me. Yeah, I think just the 200's probably
Let
the
them
best bet
go,
there.
that they remember my mercy.
Same thing here, I would guess. He does have additional satisfaction. The revenue upkeep is not enticing at all. Yeah, this guy's kind of garbage, actually. It's worth a lot, though, for releasing.
Release them. They are of no use. A fine settlement.
That should be good for
We'll
that faction. Good. Looks like we need another turn or two to muster up here. And then we should be able to head into Lijua, although he's suffering attrition, so maybe we just go. What's his weapon like? It's garbage. Yeah, maybe we just go. Let's see what else we've got going on. Small city for sure. I guess we can think about picking that up. We have nothing better to do, right? Oh, small regional city. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Can we get to him in one turn? Doesn't look like it, right? No.
I must
That's annoying.
refuse.
So we're gonna lose our mustering buff if we move. Which is over half of our replenishment. It's like 60% actually. But yeah, I'll chase him down. Maybe he'll walk into an ambush. 95%? Oh, that's on their territory though. Oh, here we go. We don't quite have enough to change stance. Okay, 30%.
Vent frustration. I've made an
Let's do
art
that.
of ambush.
Maybe they'll turn back around thinking the coast is clear. And yeah, we'll go ahead and pick that up. Because we've got nothing better to do right now. And then what's Lubu gonna do next? So Liu is pushing from the east, which means we can probably, let's see, we want to grab one commandery, ideally, at a minimum from Liu Biao. Which one do we want? The iron mine and the lumberyard? Or the tool maker in the large city? So it could be that, or it could be this. I think this is probably the safer play, right? It's going to be quite annoying to try to take the regional city with our all cavalry army, but yeah, maybe we. I think that's really our best bet. else we got going on here? Yeah, we don't need the food buff yet. Okay. That's what we'll shoot for. Taking that southern province there. Oh, there he is. The greatest ambusher of all time. Okay, not bad. Let's see. So they didn't want to come back over and hang out.
Standard stance.
That's annoying. Now we probably just can't catch them. What if
yes,
we send our friend to do our bidding? Whoops. Head back here. You
Glad tidings to you.
coordination. Deal with that. We would also like him to tie up Gamning as well. And with those deployments, he might only have one other stack running around somewhere here. The question is, do we trust Liu Bei to handle this situation? I think we do, right? Can you get there in one turn? No, we can't quite, but maybe. We'll move here with the intent of marching over towards the toolmaker. How many turns is that going to take us? 3. That'll be an additional 2 to get there, and then a bajillion to get over there. In fact, if we had another army, it would make the most sense to deploy it to just try to pick this off. What does an iron mine have for a garrison? Do I have any iron mines? I don't think I do. Nope. Well, I guess we'll find out in a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Is this not part? Oh, that's not part of.
I am the warrior worth 1,000.
Huh. So I guess this is the most accessible commandery for us. That's still kind of an annoying garrison to take. So maybe we just try to scoop those, and hopefully Liu Bei won't attempt to take that. They'll go north. Could try the war coordination to force him to head to Nanyang. I mean, he has the jade mine there anyway, so that should be their next get. Okay, maybe we'll try to get super greedy here and take 2 commanderies from the destruction of Liu Biao. And consequences be damned. 18% corruption. Holy smokes. It's getting out of control. And I guess we'll pursue in the meantime. Might as well. Eventually, if we chase them far enough, we can meet up with Lu Bu's army and potentially recruit some artillery here so we have an easier time taking the cities with walls. Okay. Anything we want to auto-complete? Probably that is a candidate. This definitely. 1800. And then that would get us, what? I don't think anything else. We could autocomplete this for the additional construction slot. 2,500. And that's 2070, so we can't do both of those. What are the adjacent provinces to Jinshin? Looks like Wudu, and only Wudu. But Wudu doesn't seem like it has a corruption, a little bit of a corruption problem. Not a lot though. Getting the fourth one here might be the way to go. Oh, hang on. Chengdu. Yeah. And then I think we could even afford... Oh, not quite. It'll be 2K and then 2,400. I think this is the only real option then, right? In terms of meaningful insta constructions. Because that gets us there, and then we go, I think, administration office next, right? Yeah. That's probably our best bet. Although, we have this, we do need to get to here as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the play though. It's only one turn anyway. And then was there anything that was cheap enough for us to autocomplete? There's this. But I think we need to save the money so that we can build the next levels of a lot of those buildings that are going to be completing soon. Because yeah, we've got a completion here, a completion here, and a completion there. So let's just save the cash. Okay, so they're allegedly mobilizing against him. Good. That should chase them away from us.
Never yield.
So we could move back to our own lands and recall them, and then maybe redeploy them down here or here to then start working on the iron mine. I think that's the play, right? Oh, Liu Biao's main forces there. Huh. Well, if we go to the toolmaker, we might force him to come to us.
Enough of this.
We need 3 turns to be fully replenished. What does the toolmaker have for its garrison? They're not going to show us, are they? We do have a toolmaker, right? Somewhere. Maybe not. I thought we did. Yeah, we can't see what the garrison might look like there. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think that it's just go for Badong with second army. Where's Badong at? Yeah, I think that's the play. And I think it's faster if we redeploy them, right? Also, we don't like the unit composition here.
I take what I need.
So let's get rid of all that. In fact, I'm even probably going to get rid of most of this. Maybe keep the Fist of the Bandit Queen. Their morale's really good. And the range is not bad. How good are they in a melee? Eh. Great armor piercing. Not so great base. Yeah, they'll probably stick around. How about these guys? These will leave, I'm pretty sure. These don't seem worth it to me. The light axes do have pretty decent morale. Yeah, I feel like we just have better cavalry options than these marauders, right? Yeah, if we're playing for anti-missile, this would just be a better option. Let's do that. So yeah, she can keep those 2 units, I suppose, and then we'll
My lord, you call
see what
upon
happens.
Xianjiang?
My lord, how can I serve? Serve the people. Remain dormant.
Okay. And then next turn, yep, we'll deploy them probably from here. I think that's the quickest route to southern Badong. Stupid mountain range is in the way. Is that a river we can get up? Yeah, it is actually. Okay, that's not the worst. This seems to be what we need there. I don't think we're super in need of the 4th construction slot there. What about here? So we've got the Silk Trader, we're getting benefits from commerce. But we don't have any flat commerce. Shoot, maybe I should have done commerce instead of the county office. Oh well. Okay, that still looks good. Let's see what the quick deals look like. I mean, we still do have a trade option available, but nobody else seems to that's near us, so we'll have to keep an eye on that in the future. Alright. Yeah, we'll start Lubu out to the Toolmaker, but we'll try to get one more turn maybe of replenishment
To
here.
duty.
Throw an ambush just
Lying in
because.
wait.
That should do. Alright, how close are we to 50? Okay, pretty close. 2-3 more turns. And then we'll call this good. coalition with Liu Bei is even more valuable than I thought it was going to be. There we go. Exquisite weapon. Uh-oh. Hooray! A weapon we don't really have any use for. Let's see, I want that. Yep, I'll go there. Although, hang on. We're only really getting, what, 5% more income? Yeah. And then we also have to pay 10 upkeep. That doesn't seem good at this point. I think we want to invest that money instead into mustering the army. So what are we going to need to take this stuff? I still can't see what the Iron One has. Underwear? Alright, we'll grab
Be
Frugal
still
and
to conserve
Chang'an.
spirit.
Let's see. These are essentially
After
the
winter's
same
dormancy
unit,
comes
right?
spring's action.
Oh, I can't even deploy him, so it doesn't matter. Defend
The mightiest
Honda.
tree survives on its roots.
Okay, he has reach. Does she
Welcome,
have reach?
my
She
lord.
does not. Congratulations on your
Remain pure.
general appointment.
I return. How fare the people?
Fire arrows, right? I've made a horrible mistake.
My lord?
Let's try that again.
A lapping tide erodes stone.
Perfect. So yeah, we're gonna go some bolt throwers, which should help us push into the regional city. I'd like to do probably 4 of them. That's usually my standard amount. They are pretty expensive to keep around though. Additionally, we want some cavalry, not a ton. Does he have bonus armor? No, he doesn't.
My lord,
Does she?
you have my service.
No. She has encourage. Huh.
I am at your disposal, my lord.
Ah, fatigue resistance. That's pretty decent. So let's put the cavalry then on Jin. Because since they have fatigue immunity, they're not really gonna need it. And then that just leaves kind of spearmen, I think, here, right? Maybe... do we want field archers? I don't think we do. I think it's just mediocre frontline, bank on artillery with some cavalry to finish the job. So let's do that. We'll pick up the spearmen this turn, and then let's see, 4K is what we'll have next turn. We could grab 4 of these. We also need like another 3,500 or so. Or 3K. For like 4 of these. So maybe we wait. What's the upkeep on those? It's like 120, right? Yeah. So we'll wait one more turn to start mustering there. That might also get give us time to get rid of. Where's our assignments? Here he is. Yeah, let's recall him. And then next turn we will assign him here.
People,
And then that will reduce our mustering time. That will actually just be a benefit over starting our mustering this turn. And that means we need to save money. We also need to campaign movement range is looking better and better. We eventually need this, but we certainly don't need it for a number of turns yet because we're not even close to the 3rd or 4th tier of that building. Recruitment costs for melee infantry would be helpful next turn, but it's only 5 units of spear maybe. So how much is that really saving us? Even though the satisfaction is nice. %10 income from commerce and industry seems not bad also. That's probably the best in terms of just flat economic value. Just at a glance, we've got essentially at least 200 industry in every province. For our commandery. And then a lot of them have commerce as well. Some of them even have industry values as high as 500. Too worried about the redeployment cost right now. We don't care about either of those. Character experience is nice to have. Trade agreements, we already don't have enough trade agreements as it is. So it's really down to campaign movement range, recruitment cost and satisfaction, or commerce and industry. If our goal at turn 50 is to have basically as good of an economy, military, and consolidated land grab as possible, this is probably the play. Let's check our satisfaction really quick though before we head down that road. Well, these are starting to get somewhat low. So that'd be 54 and 48 and 41. That satisfaction's looking better and better. Let's check on her really quick. See what she's up to. Try this again. Pretty sure I'm not actually trading with them. Sure, we'll run some interference. Oh, just kidding. I need to do this first. And we'll run some interference. go. That gets us much better gains per turn. Anybody worth discrediting? Probably not. She's a family member. Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's go ahead and grab the satisfaction, the caltrops. Go a little bit more military, sacrificing a bit of economy to do so, but I think that'll be okay, at least in the short term, and then that'll help us push into these other regions maybe a little bit faster. Alright. Seems good. Leaving all that alone. Let's see, who needs to move, right?
At ease.
So it'll be 2 turns to get here. He's moving toward the Jade Mine. So this is fairly free. We can finally see what's in a tool maker. Okay, yeah. Pretty vulnerable to Cav.
Destroy corruption.
Alright. And then next turn we muster our second force. Looks like Gunning is rolling back. Hold on, what happened to Liu? Okay, there's Liu Biao. Further north. That means one of Liu Bei's armies must have been defeated there. Okay, let's see. Yuan Shu is available to recruit. Okay, Sage's armor, wooden dog. Nice. 5% movement range. Let's see. We need to stay as healthy as possible, because we're going to have to deal with him very soon. Although we might get a little bit of help. Looks like they're going this way though, huh?
Cut them down.
Well, let's just head in here and take care of this.
I have faith in our cause.
And the real question
and in
is,
myself.
will they come out to
No
meet
time
us,
to
or do we
hesitate.
have to go into
Our
them?
foes must be crushed.
I think they'll force us to come to them.
May
We'll
this
deploy back
oppressive
a little
heat
bit just to
give
see.
way to blazing victory. Now with me. I tire of this. Ready. To attention. Stand ready. Make ready.
Let's see.
Steel
Yeah, let's use
yourself.
these 3.
The time has come. Stand ready. Attend. Take heed, warriors. Horses, stand ready. Prepare.
We actually want this on
Cavalry, to attention.
their side,
Steel
don't we?
yourself. To attention. Prepare. Cavalry. Stand ready.
That looks better.
Ready. Take heed, warriors. At the ready. Prepare. Make ready.
They can hang out together this round, I guess.
Stand ready. Make ready. Attend. The time has come. Feel
Like I said, I was going to deploy a little bit further back and then actually didn't do it.
At the ready.
So belligerent.
Prepare.
Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, they're holding fast. Okay. So there's a possible flank option there. This water is proving to be very annoying. Pretty sure this is Lubu's new hunting grounds.
Attend. Cavalry. Mount up.
What we want to do is get... Yeah, I think we want to pull these out.
March quickly. Cavalry. Attack. Ready. Double time. To attention. Make ready. Make haste. Take heed, warriors. Go, go.
And then we'll get the mounted saber cav to tank us into there.
The time has come. Stand ready. Take heed, warriors. Run. At the ready. Go, go.
Maybe we'll have them flank around. See if we can't break these units a lot faster with a rear charge.
Ready. Take heed, warriors.
What does that leave? Yeah, most of these units are pretty resilient against missile fire. So maybe we just don't worry about that. Maybe we just put them in melee mode and have them charge and use their charge value. Yeah, not super great. But their melee damage is pretty decent. Not so much against armor, but just in general.
Horsemen, at the ready. Master.
So let's get in there.
Hurry. Move out quickly. Quick march. Steel yourself. At the ready. Horses. Cavalry, stand ready.
No, I moved them over on accident.
With speed. Ready to ride. Make ready. Stand ready. Stand ready.
Alright, let's fast forward through that. Alright, so let's rush them in. Them. And then run.
Ready! Our general needs our aid!
Something like that.
Feel yourself! You are weak! Run! Our victory grows ever closer! Ready! Run! Run! The time has come! Move! To battle! To attention! Strike! Ready to ride!
You guys getting in there yet?
Into formation! Attack! At them! Prepare! Attend! Steel yourself!
Small intercepting
Take heed,
force
warrior.
here.
Do not be led!
There's our the cavalry. Oh my gosh, Cav. What are you guys doing? I swear to God I sent you in years ago.
Ready! To attention! Kill them! Show no mercy! Unleash fury! Stand ready! Prepare! You are weak! Horses,
It's
stand
broken yet.
ready! The enemy unit flees! What cowards!
It's so much
The time
easier
has come.
with
Cavalry!
these
Attack!
guys, but whatever.
Show them justice! Destroy them! Ready! Make ready! Attack! At the ready! Charge! Know my fury! Fight! Unleash fury!
Oh my gosh, they just won't go in. Okay. Okay, guys. We're just like hanging out, running around in front of towers.
Ready to ride? To attention!
You have improved in my estimations.
Ready! Try that! Attend! Cavalry! Unleash fury! Attend! Horses!
Maybe they finally got him.
To attention! Strike! Show no mercy! Look! The enemy run!
Okay, not the cleanest around, but I don't think we lost too much. So we should still be in a pretty decent position. Yeah, that's a little bit concerning, but yeah, I should still be in a pretty decent position to repel any sort of counterattack.
This will fare me well.
Especially given defender's advantage.
This belongs to us now. Act quickly.
Alright, another level here. I don't think we care about the available armies. Probably just gonna go mobility. Yeah. Let's see, we're at 5 satisfaction for everyone. Still at 5. We tried. Okay, assignments.
Ben, do not break.
Let's get that there. And then, okay, we can't stimulate markets there. Supervised construction. Wait, did she return? She did. They must have kicked her out of their lands. Let's see. What's her situation? Is she a spy? Is she a South spy? Probably. Oh, she's a bandit. Yeah, okay. I don't really need her. Does she have anything? No. Get out of here. Let's see if there's any better options out there. You might shoot maybe. Okay, he's got a heavenly sword to start out with. Actually, he's a lot of stuff. Wow. Okay. I think we just recruit him on general principle, right? He'll be pretty unhappy though. I mean, I guess we could make him a Grand Director if we want to keep him. Let's see. 13 is his satisfaction. He would also make a decent Prime Minister, right? We could grab that. We could grab... Actually, that's the only thing he's missing, really, right? He's got +1 assignments. He would have faction support. Redeployment cost. Yeah, it's just that one. And then 12 satisfaction faction wide would actually be pretty insane. How far away are we from getting to be needing a prime minister? Duke. Kind of far-ish, right? So what would we have to pay him to keep him around? Probably a lot. We could swap the seal onto Matang. And then that would give... I would free this up, so 8 satisfaction. Of course, we're losing the public order faction-wide though if we do that. Yeah, we could keep it on him. I don't think he needs this, that's for certain. Or this. Yeah, he probably needs the satisfaction though if we're gonna keep him around. That gives us, so this would cost us 200 for 48 satisfaction. He does not love our administration though, does he? What could go wrong, right? Let's see.
I answer, my lord.
Let's pick up 4 of those. 4 of those. And we're poor. So let's do... Oh wait, we're supposed to wait till next turn anyway,
Resist
right?
corruption and
Yeah,
endure
'cause we
hardships.
just deployed him. So yeah, we should wait till next turn technically. Okay. Is there anything that we need to spend a little bit of money on? Maybe that for 18. Can we afford that? Yeah. It doesn't even have the 50% corruption assignment. Makes me sad. Ah. We definitely want this though. So which one has the highest corruption value that is worth something? So 11%, 17% here. 1.2k gross versus 2.3k gross. So we cut that in half. That gets us what? An additional 5% of 2.3k versus if we cut this 17 and a half, that's 8.5% of 1.2k. I think technically this is the play, right? All right. Seems good. Charge and promote him when you're king. I don't like that new base forces just kind of fizzled up here.
Still, to sense the smallest drops of knowledge.
Geo will pick up a rank though, that's cool. I think we're just gonna grab the extra cunning. Okay, so let's keep an eye on this. He's got 10% character experience. Trusting, charismatic, and temperamental. If we bring him to a legendary value, will he get another trait next turn? Do we get this as well? 10% ammunition is kind of nice. But it loses some satisfaction if we do that. I think we can afford that loss though. And we get some experience, so he, you know, can become just a warrior in his own right. And look at that face. He's bloodthirsty, right? We'll even give him a horse. Wait, no, we won't. Somebody else needs that horse, I'm sure. You have one. You don't, though. Oh, she could grab this, actually. So we'd lose some satisfaction from that. At least the 5 flat, plus maybe one more. She drops some expertise, but then increases her instinct value. How do they compare just in terms of damage? Faster attack rate. But this has significantly more armor piercing. I think that's the play, right? Let's see, shield wall, which we probably will not be taking advantage of at all. Expertise instinct versus expertise resolved. Yeah, I think we'll keep that as is. This is just better on a administrator. Right? Do we have any administrators that need something? One, two, three. No, we don't. Unless... Actually, he does. Although, okay, he's still at 100 if we do that. So we lose a little bit of cunning. But we gain expertise and resolve, and yeah, expertise seems to be his preferred trait at this point, right? So let's do it. We've got a shopkeeper. We could get...
China is people, not its
That
oppressive
guy's in place,
warlords.
right? I think so. Yeah. Alright, that looks pretty good. We could add a couple of these hunters as well. The upkeep on him is relatively inexpensive, but we can't afford a bunch of them though. Can these adopt formations? I think they can, right? So they could shield wall theoretically. so could they. So maybe we don't. Maybe we can get by with one less of those, and then just do that. I think that looks decent. Mill muster in 2 turns, it looks like, which is excellent. And then we just roll down there, we take that, and then we can use them to push into the regional city as well. While Lubu just fends off the world up here. Dang it, he's looking like he's gonna get uppity over there again. Super annoying. We could have Fugan deal with it. Or Yuan Shu could deal with it. He's quite costly to redeploy though, and our income's not going to be great since we're fielding 2 armies at this point, but let's see what else we can get here. Construct a school again, always with the schools. Fortune Alliance, move a character to Chengdu farmland, that we can do. Confucian temples is never going to happen. Farmland? Nope.
A lapping
Fugan,
tide
just touring the world again.
I
We
would
did
meet
it.
with my advisors.
The revenue upkeep is super timely.
Your arrival is welcome, my lord.
Okay.
Act quickly.
Lubu's free, right? To do something. So Gunning is still there, right? Almost guaranteed. And there's no way we're pushing into a large city with a full stack army there with just pure cav. So we want to lure him out somehow. We could try to ambush. That leaves these guys free reign though over these interior regions. Kind of depends on how Liu Biao reacts to Liu Bei. Maybe we'll do this. Maybe we will head up here.
Shannon passions.
Guess it's not a full stack, but yeah, still it doesn't matter. 2 full retinues there, plus walls that my cavalry can't ride up.
Lubu serves himself.
So we'll set an ambush here. Hopefully he'll think that's free and clear for the tanking and then roll down and we can counterattack. If not, if he starts getting uppity towards Shangyong, then that will give us the freedom to counter there. What else? I think that's about right. Done everything that we need to do, I think. Never mind. Trade agreements. Yeah, this is the most probable.
Glad tidings to you.
So we'll throw 2k at us this turn, or almost 5k over 10 turns. That seems the best bet. I don't think we're super desperate for funds at the moment.
Thank you.
Now that we do have some trade opportunities, getting, excuse me, picking this up is going to be important. Going into the mid game.
For order.
Okay, looks good. Ah. Well, hello. So kind of you to stop by. We got him, boys. Those mediums are heavies. I think those are just mediums, right? Alright. So we want to immediately duel him if we can. Lu Bu will crush his face. Ma Chao can probably beat him.
Make ready.
Yeah, for sure.
Attend.
Ma Teng probably can. Although with this buff, he probably can. So I guess it doesn't matter too much who duels. Ideally Lu Bu though, since he'll get over with the quickest.
Ready. To attention.
Let's see. I want to pick off the Spearman if we can. This is probably the most open space for them to dance around. So let's do that.
Make ready.
They would love to rear charge some spearmen.
Take heed, warriors. Cavalry. Take heed, warriors. The time has come. Stand ready.
But they'll do it in a pinch.
Prepare. Horses. Stand ready.
Let's get these down near the archers.
The time has come. Attend. Cavalry. Attend. Prepare. Take heed, warriors. Ready. Steel yourselves.
That leaves us with
Steel yourselves.
3 and 4.
Horsemen. Cavalry. Stand ready.
Want to go like that, yeah.
The time has
Yeah,
come.
we might as well play for this and go for the
Prepare.
immediate routes.
Make ready. Attend. At the ready.
Alright, let's go.
To attention.
Where are these guys? There they
Do
are.
not relent. Strike. Our men have been
Brace.
discovered.
Yeah, that's fine.
I must prevail.
At the ready. Stand ready. Faster. Charge. To battle. Make ready. Stand ready. Attend. Stand ready. Attack. March at the double. Destroy them. Ready to race.
You guys should probably run.
Mount up.
That was an oversight, but
Cavalrymen.
they'll do okay.
Move out quickly! You are weak! Know my fury! You are weak! To attention!
This will be over soon.
That was
I can
supposed to
just
scare
disappear
me?
that
The enemy unit flees! What
Yeah,
cowards!
okay. We're able to handle that this
Prepare!
time.
Cavalry! To attention!
We need to get Lu Bu over here to help out with all these spearmen.
Run! Run!
You guys need to rear charge
Ready!
there.
Hurry! Move! Make ready! Do not relent!
Same with you as well.
Fight! Move! Move! At the ready! Move! Horses! Stand ready! Take heed, warriors! Move! Take heed, warriors! Go, go, go! Kill them! Our success looms large! Prepare! The time has come! Stand ready!
Which I did slightly better than I thought he was going to do actually against
The
Gundam.
enemy general is fallen! They were no match! At the
We
ready!
do want to actually hunt down all
Steel
most of these
yourself.
units.
Run! Attend! Unleash fury!
Let's see, any big clumps of them left?
Double time!
Not really.
Ready! Show no
There's a
mercy!
few here.
Charge! Move!
Okay, we should probably stop shooting our own units at this point.
Hold!
Stop it, guys.
Take heed, warriors! You are weak! Destroy them! Steel yourselves! Horses! Strike!
Fair amount of archers there. It's fine. We handled most of these ponies. I think we did, right? Can't actually tell. Alright, good enough. Okay, so that should just be wiped out completely, I think. In one go.
Another knot to my bow!
Yeah, I think he's gonna die.
Even wounded snakes may strike again.
This guy's not great, is he? Yep. Probably just take the money.
I have little need of prisoners.
3% replenish or income. What are the replenish values we've got here? Huh. 3% is bordering on like a 1/6 or a 1/7 of our total replenishment. That put us to an even 20%. Does that give us any breakpoints though? I think we'll just do the money.
Release them. They are of no use.
Our goals are in harmony.
Let's see. That's probably not gonna happen.
So be it.
Alright. A little extra XP. Yep, Marshal G. Yep, we're going for that for sure, right? Yeah, he's well, he might no longer be our Prime Minister since we now have Yuan Shu hanging around. But I think he can still serve as a administrator without any major penalties. Yeah. That's tempting. The toolmaker is tempting. We do need need something new, don't we? We need this 100%. Right, yeah, 20% corruptions. Not good. And that's the most immediate threat. And then I guess we can just work that into here as well. And we'll stimulate some markets probably in, I think, Jinshin, right? Technically Wudu is, oh, because of the industry. Yeah, Jinshin is still the most commerce silk heavy. And they're gonna need another turn. And they'll head that way. Oh, he's still alive. Huh.
Lay waste
Well,
to
not for
them.
long. We can just safely delegate this. I'll actually be upset if I lose any units. Oh my
Victory
gosh.
opens many doors.
This game's literally unplayable. Huh. Might make the cut here, guys. Straight up fatigue resistance, 10 satisfaction. It's a little bit slow, a little bit lame, but you know.
Ally with the strong, and you will let them go, that they remember my mercy. Attend!
Yeah, let's double check that he's not super unhappy. Yeah, he's good. We spared his life. He appreciates that. And there's a faction fondness for Matug. What? It's like the first person I've come across that's actually like appreciated this faction in any way, shape, or form. Usually people are like, yeah, no. Okay, so we're technically in Liu Bia's lands at the moment. Obviously this is tempting just to move into right now, but the counterattack here is actually going to be pretty annoying because we'll suffer quite a lot of casualties taking this, despite what that balance of power would have you believe. Turn check actually, really quick. Oh gosh, I've gone too far. Oops. Well, here we are. So we'll call that the end of this third campaign. Comparing it to the other two, this one is far superior. As we can see, the land consolidation is pretty comparable to our second run through. The income is slightly worse, but we're fielding 2 entire armies. Our personnel is actually kind of insane. We've optimized our administrator positions. We are on the cusp of dealing with one of the other major factions, especially in the given the fact that we have good relations with Liu Bei, and I think Yuan Shao as well. Let's confirm. Yeah, he's pretty happy with us as well. Hansui, not so much. So that's the only thing that I would probably, at first glance, change about this campaign. Trying to keep him a little bit more happy because the potential for backstab here is significantly high. great relations with Kongrong and Liu Bei, which I always love to see. Even Cao Cao randomly, we somehow worked our way into positive relations with him. Not that we won't just end up killing him probably right after Liu Bia, but that does leave us some flexibility if we needed it. In terms of reforms, our reforms look pretty good. We ended up getting all those corruption talents that we wanted when we were first planning out. And made some other little key pickups along the way. That, yeah, that really served to help the overall campaign. So it seemed like abandoning the trade agreements did end up paying off in the end. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that that early game. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. We'll call it there, and yeah, should start up campaign 4 here pretty soon. We'll probably go maybe up to 5 or so for Matong, and then you know, call that good, and then move on to the next faction. So thank you guys very much for watching, and have a good day.